Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, boy? Greg, Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed in this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates, just ours, just ours. Hey, man, look, appreciate you guys hanging out with us this week, talking about a lot of stuff, a lot of things are going on, all right? So today, Wednesday, before we go to the music on Thursdays and Fridays, we wanted to kind of put it all in perspective, get some solace to our lives, you know what I'm saying? So I invited a gentleman who is a life coach, and he'll explain what life coach is, but just to bring some perspective to people's lives. I read a little bit about the gentleman, and he seems like a very peaceful individual, okay, which is what we all need right now in light of everything that's going on with the George Floyd trial, the pandemic that's going on, and everything. So we just want to shine some light on it, put some good vibes to it. All right, and why not bring him on right now? How about that, Greg? Why don't you bring him on? All right, let's bring my man on. Everybody, I want you to welcome Mr. Jeff Releford to the show.
Hello, how you doing, man?
What's going on, Jeff?
Not much, man. I'm just very grateful that you want to have me on. During this time, I try to take every opportunity I can, man. I got a very busy schedule of work and some other things going on, and I'm just glad we was able to fit it in, man. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Trying to get you on a couple of weeks now, man. But as you
Yeah.
said, things are busy, and
hmm
want to make sure that we at least put some light into it, and especially coming from a perspective from I don't know how old you are, but I know you're younger than me. A younger face, man, who's basically making a life for himself, living your best life, I should say. Okay,
hmm
so we just want to use you for a minute. You know what I mean? Just want to
Okay.
use you for a second. Okay, so let me ask you, man, how long have you been? Well, first of all, what is a life coach?
Well, life coach, man, is it's kind of like the in between counseling and therapy. So what happens is with a life coach is you take my advice, but it's more so you coming to the conclusion on your own. And with life coaches, a lot of people call themselves coaches, man, but they haven't designed systems or anything that can actually work. I have a system called the R3 method. And what we do is we take three scriptures that focus on shifting the mindset, self-discovery, and call to action. And what we do is we combine the three and we make sure that we set up an action plan. So life coaching, it's all about movement, man. It's all about movement because
Okay.
we do a lot of talking, but with life coaching, we make sure we put talking to movement so you
Uh,
don't remain stagnant in what you're trying to do in life.
there you go. There you go. Actions to movement, or movement to actions, words to actions, life to actions. That is
hmm
fantastic, man. Already as old school, I'm learning. So how long you been doing life coaching?
I've been doing this for about 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. Yep, 2 years.
What really made you start doing it though?
Man, what really made me start doing it was I had always been praying to God about my purpose in life. And I knew it was always to help people.
Hmm.
And I went through a series of events that actually led up to this. I actually got a divorce 2 years ago as well.
Okay.
And with me getting a divorce, man, you know what? I realized that I was being held back from my purpose, you know, and
Okay.
it's a tough thing, man. I don't know what your belief system is, but it's a tough thing. Nobody just wakes up one day and says that, hey, this isn't gonna work. A number of things have to happen. You know what I mean? It's a lot that actually leads up to that point. But I know something that was real big was me stepping forward into that realm, you
Mhm.
know. But that was one of the things when I was holding me back. And finally, once I broke free, man, I had I could think for myself, you know what I mean? And I was able to think for myself, man. I uh, started seeing someone else, and she actually pointed me into the direction of life coaching, you know?
Wow.
So I give her a lot of credit, man, because if I had not met this woman, I would not be pointed into that direction. So, and then I started looking at some things, and I was like, wow, I do this all the time,
Right.
talking to people, giving them advice and everything. And you know, your gift is something that should come easy. It's something that shouldn't be forced out of you. You shouldn't have to be trying to always master. No, when it's your gift, you naturally know what to say, how to do it, how it comes out. And what I've realized is I've been able to reach some hearts of some people and actually get them going on some things just by simply talking to them and using some of the life coaching strategies. But I've been able to talk to them and help them along their way, man. And that was the big thing. It was focusing on my gift. That's what got me on the map. Focus on my gift and how God really wants to use me. And this is it, brother.
And a lot of people don't even do that, man. So I'm glad you said that, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there that are very, very, very gifted, but they let their gift be wasted by not focusing on the gift.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, what do you love about coaching the most?
What I love about coaching the most, man, is that I'm not telling you what to do. That's what I love about it. I'm asking you the right questions so that you figure out your own path on your own. And that's what life coaching is, man. See, I'm not right about everything. But I found out what I can do is I can help you lay down some foundation, some groundwork so that you can achieve your happiness. Only you know the answers to make yourself happy. Only you know the things that you want, you know? So I offer I'm the segue, so to speak. You know, you got the goal and the dream, and I'm right here in the middle to, you know, help you along the way, man. But that's what I love about the most is the fact that you're not really taking my advice. I take joy in showing people that, hey, I was here to help, but this is all you, you know?
Yeah. So as you've been coaching, has there been any challenges, anything that you wouldn't touch, you know, as your gift starts to manifest itself? Is there any well, what's your biggest challenge?
You know, the biggest challenge really it's not more so the subject matter. It's nothing to do with that because the system I created is something that will help you get over the hump with anything. So it's not more so about the subject that's the challenge. It's more so people. We're able to hit that shift in the mindset part. Well, that's when we start off with, when we start the coaching, we hit the shift in the mindset. It's easy to try to get somebody to say, okay, keep this on your brain, walk into the realm and stop uh, thinking so ordinary and now
Mm-hmm.
think out of the box and think out of the ordinary. It's easy once you start talking to people to get them in that realm because they're fired up, they want to keep going. But once we hit that self-discovery part, man, and people start learning about themselves, that's the toughest challenge. Because us as people, we have a hard time accepting those hard truths and realities about ourselves, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not more so about what I bring to the table. It's more so what people are willing to give up to me. I'll be honest with you, man. I've had people quit because it got too hot in the oven, man. When they really started having to admit some of those truths, they're like, oh, wow, I got to meet this head on. I don't force anybody to keep going. What I like to do is I say, it's up to you. You know, we can stop. We can pick up where we left off at any time. But to be
Right.
honest, a lot of those people, man, they don't continue because when you hit that self-discovery portion of what I offer, man, it gets heavy. And it's only heavy because once again, I'm not telling you what it is. I'm asking you the question so you're able to pull it out of yourself. So it gets deep, man. That's the biggest challenge I've had so far.
I can imagine. Do you have to? And I don't want to keep on making it sound like a question and answer, okay?
No, you
But
fine.
I'm trying to figure it out myself, and then I want to start getting a little bit deeper. But do you have to?
Okay.
You sound more of like a psychologist. Would you relate yourself to a psychologist, or is there a difference?
Uh, you know what? A psychologist, you're still gonna end up using some more so facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a guy who has a degree in like psychology and social work, and they use more fact based on traits of people in order to navigate through their work. So let's say if you got somebody who suffers from depression,
Mm-hmm.
they're more so likely to say, well, there are a number of things why people suffer from depression. It's this, and this. I more so just tackle it head on. You know, uh, I don't ask to get too deep into your life and personal. You know what I mean? I can't diagnose either. A life coach cannot diagnose. That's a
Okay.
very big thing. Since we don't have
Well,
a
rule?
Yeah, that's a rule, man. Because the thing is, with a psychiatrist, that's part of them getting a license and everything, the degree and everything, so they can take a test and they can offer diagnosis with everything and write up prescriptions and everything like that. See, we can't do that. That's why
Ah,
it's so pertinent and key that was when I ask these questions, I stay on subject and I stay on task. Because if you tell me you have a goal, yes, there are certain limiting beliefs. That's what we use in the industry, limiting beliefs that cause you or stop you from reaching those goals. I tackle those.
so if a
That's what I
person is
tackle. Hmm.
once they relax and
Hmm.
they're ready to tell you what's going on with them, okay? Because in order to, I mean, when they reach out to you, evidently they got
Yeah.
something personal going on and this and that, okay? How do you pull the how should I say the real out of them?
With the real man, it's more so of asking, how does something make you feel? You know, what was your reaction when you did this? Or it's like, well, if you're trying to reach this certain goal, if you have this hump you're getting over, what do you believe is stopping you? That's the
Hmm.
big thing. I always ask, what do you believe is stopping you? Because it's not about me. Once I ask a series of questions that kind of help them along the path a little bit more, it's then right when I ask them, what do you feel is stopping you from moving?
Yeah.
That's when it takes over, and now it's like, okay, we cool, I'm relaxed, and now we getting deeper, but now it's not about anything else that I'm offering. It's about, wow, I have to look at myself, you know.
So what happens when you can't break that?
Well, a lot of it really is, it's not about not being able to break it,
Okay.
because really you got to remember, it's that people 100% of the time know what's stopping them from doing something. You know, they know what's stopping them from their goals, their dreams, their wishes, everything that they want out of this life. 9 times out of 10, people know. Now, when you
Hmm.
get people that don't know, that's usually the people that I have who are trying to discover their gifts and talents, who just don't know which direction to go in. So now what we do is we start creating, like I said, that pathway again so they can achieve the goal. But when I'm faced with people, 9 times out of 10, they know what it is that they have to do to get over that hump, and they know what's stopping them. Like I said, I'm the guy that holds your hand along the way and shows you that, hey, you got somebody that supports you. Some people I talk to, they feel like they have nobody. They feel like they're alone.
Right,
But just
right.
to get that out and to know that I have their support and what they tell me isn't going to go anywhere, it stays between us. That's really all they need, you know?
So can they continuously, after you've had a session with them or two, and they say, okay, I'm good, I'm feeling great, okay? Do you know within yourself and what you're seeing, do you know that they're okay?
It all depends on the actions, man. Some people I get, like one woman I life coach, she had her business and she was trying to help with something as simple as time management. Something as simple as time management because with her daughter, her work, her business, and everything, she wasn't good at keeping that together. By
Hmm.
the time we were done after 4 weeks, that's all she did, 4 weeks, we had on a little regimen. She was doing some more things for herself. And then her time management got better. And a lot of that had to do with her kind of taking the time just to focus on her. You know, she was focused on everybody, that she couldn't focus on herself enough to really say, okay, I got all these tasks, but really you don't have a lot to do. You know, when we actually mapped out her day, she didn't have a lot to do at all. She really
Uh,
didn't have a lot to do. She just had a lot on her mind and she had to do some self-care. So then
okay,
she could get herself together and be good for everybody else.
there you
You
go,
know,
there you go. Hey, welcome Gina Gasson to the show. Gina, we're talking with life coach Jeff Releford.
hello, how you
Hey,
doing, Gina?
everybody. I'm trying to adjust my mic. I can't hear anything.
Okay, uh, and Jeff, you're open for any questions, right?
Oh yeah, I'm open for any questions. Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool, cool, cool. So we're going through, and I'm gonna go through the COVID first right now. We're going through COVID right now.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of people are ready to jump right back out into the world and do this. They're ready to get back to normal or whatever, all right? But in your estimation, as a life coach, is that safe? Is it okay to do it right now?
You know how personally, I'm
Well, and I
50-50
put
on it.
it before you answer that. I'm putting it
Yeah,
like I'm asking you as a life coach. Okay, we've talked
yeah.
and this and that, but now I'm saying, hey man, look, I want to get back out, all right? Because I've been cooped up for a year, man. What you think?
Now, if you have been cooped up for a year and you ask me as a life coach, it's time for you to start acclimating yourself. You know, it's the reason why we have the mask. It's the reason why we have certain precautions. You know, uh, and I'll use myself as an example. You know, I was an essential worker. I had to work through the whole thing, so it never stopped for me. You
Right.
know, but for everybody else, it did. So for the people who literally have been cooped up in their house for a year and ain't been out, you know, what you have to do is you have to acclimate yourself, because this is what's driving people crazy. That interaction with people, that social
Mhm.
interaction. Studies show you don't really receive enough sunlight. You know, that'll drive you crazy. That has to deal with your levels and balance and everything in the body. So it's something. It's deeper than just cracking open your window and then shedding some light. And no, you actually have to be out. You actually have to be out.
Stepping on that front porch and saying, it's a good day outside, all right?
Exactly. You got to take that step. So from a life coach's standpoint,
Mhm.
you do need to get yourself back acclimated to the world and doing some stuff that you would normally do. But don't be too scared. Be precautious, just as everybody is. Everybody else, if you got a mask on and you outside, you're being precautious about something. You know that the virus is there. You know that it's real. Vaccinations just got started up for people like us. You know what I mean? So
Right.
go out there if you feel that bad with it. If the vaccination helps you more, get the vaccination as soon as possible. So there are different things that you can do outside to help prevent. You know what I mean? Still wash
Okay.
your hands, stay clean, that type of stuff.
Right. That's crazy, man. People got to put it out there, man. Make sure you wash your hands, man. That's what
Oh
we're
yeah,
supposed to be doing anyway, you know?
definitely.
So let me ask you, I know everybody's different. If they come to you and talk to you, they're different, okay? But is
Yeah.
there a standard format that you go by, or is there something that you customize for each person?
Well, I keep everybody to the format, to the system that I have. That's what I do. I keep everybody to the system I have, but everybody's action plan is different. You know, because everybody has different goals and things they're trying to get done. But everybody follows the same system because it gives me the same results every time. And with those same results, it allows that person to look at themselves and know what they want. So once they realize what they want, then we start to get some more movement with it. So I specialize the action plan literally as we go on. As we going through session, I have the action plan specialized to that person. I go
Mm-hmm.
through and I recap everything and I say, look, this is what we're going to do based off what you've given me.
Okay. All right. Gina came back. She popped back on for us.
Yes, I tried to log on the show from my phone, but I was having issues, so I just jumped back on the laptop. So bring me up to speed. Nice to meet you, Jeff.
You
Tell
too,
me a little
Gina.
bit about what you do. I know you're in financing.
Well, I'm a life coach.
Life coach. Okay.
I'm a life coach. So pretty much like I
Life
was.
coach, Gina, life coach.
Huh.
So yeah, so what I really wanted him to do, and I've been trying to get him on for a couple of weeks, all right, and his schedule's been really hectic, was to trying to bring some normalcy now to everything that we're going through right now, at least from his perspective, you know, as a life coach. So again, everybody that tunes in, you know, we get a lot of residuals looks from when we're off as well, but I want everybody to just ask the questions. Gina, you ask the questions, you know, because Gina's is basically our question master. Okay,
Okay, all right.
you got to make a believer out of Gina.
I hear you.
Well, I believe in the life coaching. I think, it's similar to mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
And probably in the times that we're in now, you probably got a lot of clients that's coming to you because of what we're going through with this pandemic and all the stuff that's going on, people losing family members to COVID. So, people look in a direction where they can reinvent themselves, get remotivated, and,
Exactly.
have some, have something that they can reach out to. So, I'm curious to know some of the successes that you've had.
But what I've had is I've had a few people get over, a couple people get over some deaths in the family, dealing with COVID. A couple people get over some deaths. I got a guy in Texas. I also do some business coaching too. And we got his business getting ready to get started, launched off the ground and everything. He's actually doing some research to hold an event down south in Texas. It's called Forever Protecting the Community. That's good. I'm also going to be setting up some talks as well with two of my other business partners who I have on with me, because I see that they have some stuff that they can offer and bring to the table as well. So I have them on. One does, her name is Jennifer Williams. She does taxes. And she's also the person that I refer people to on the business side when they're doing their taxes. Right. And I also got a guy who does website design. So that's more the business avenue. And I do have some success with the business avenue. I got the woman who I mentioned to you earlier, Greg, getting her time management. That was more so with her business and everything. And she was working that out as well. But it's just, I got countless stories. It's just people who are just looking for somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Who are just looking for somebody to just say, hey, can you just hear what's going on with me? And I had somebody in it throughout the whole time. They stayed in the house for like 6-7 months. She's married and everything, husband and dog and all that, but she stayed in the house all that time. And throughout this time, she's looking for another job, different things like that too, because they let her go and everything like that. I helped her through that moment. I helped her through that time, helped her stay motivated to say, hey, somebody's going to hire you, apply to this, tweak your resume this way, just little stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then when she got out there, she got another job, and then it's higher paying than what it was before. And then on top of that, she got a promotion. Yep. So during the pandemic, I'm showing people that there are things that you can do. Life doesn't stop just because you're at home. There are still some people that are looking to hire other people for opportunities. There are still people who are looking for, hey, I need you because you qualified. I have to let people go, but guess what? We starting to make more money again because everything's opening up, and we have a plan for that. So we can bring you on. You're an asset, not a liability.
So yeah, and you said a lot of things, and as well as some of the things earlier. What we try to do here on the show is to motivate as well, but we do not tell anybody that we know everything. We don't expect people to believe everything that we say. Which leads to my question. Okay, at what point do you not give advice, but you give counsel? Is there a fine line between that?
You know what? Yeah, there is, because I do tell people I'm not a counselor. You know what I mean? So like I tell people all the time, I say, that's why I focus on the life coaching with being that person telling me what they know it is that they need from themselves. That's why it's very strict that when I have my system, I'm creating that action plan because I'm fulfilling their needs, wants, and desires based on what they tell me.
But from what they tell you.
Yes, okay. From what they tell me, not from what I offer them. See, that's the thing with life coaching. And like I say, that's why the success of a life coach is based on what you have to offer in terms of the system and what you create. Because once you actually go through your training and everything, you look at what a life coach does. You got to remember, I'm not a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? I'm not a counselor. I don't have those types of degrees to show that. So there's a certain way you have to do it, because the last thing I need is for somebody saying, well, he told me to do it. No, I didn't tell you to do it. If we go back in the notes, this is what you told me you wanted, and I created an action plan based on. I didn't say nothing was going to be foolproof. I didn't say we're going to do this. I helped you achieve a goal based on what you told me.
And I'm sure have you ever ran into any cases where you may have identified suicidal behaviors, and how do you deal with that?
Yes. Now, with the same person, they did tell me that they were kind of depressed a little bit too as well. And it's certain things you got to measure. You know what I mean? Normally when somebody steers away from the action plan and other things tend to get in the way, I ask a series of questions again. I make sure we kind of hone in on everything because I got to make sure your mind is there too. You know, I'm actually going to be partnering up with my guy who went to school for psychiatry and social work because I'm going to have him start doing psyche valves and everything too. Because I have told people, I said, hey, you know what? I can't help you in this area. This is what I'm trying to stick to your goal and your plan. I can't help you with that if you feel it's something more. I do feel that based on what you told me, and I've had people even tell me, well, I know something is wrong. I'm not there either. Can you help? I say, let's put the brakes on. I can't help you with that. You do need to see a psychiatrist or a therapist when it comes to that, because that's out of my hands.
So there is areas that you will not focus on.
Yeah, there are your mental health, even though life coaching does help with your mental health. It does. It is an area of mental health. When we start getting deeper into your mental health, because like I said, I cannot diagnose. That's not what I do, you know, so I have to refer you to someone who can do that for you, you know.
This is interesting. So is there any, are there any clients or what frustrates you most about clients, if there is a frustration?
You know, what I've learned about what I do, man, you can't have a lot of frustrations. Remember, like I talked about your gift and your talent, man, earlier? When it's your gift or your talent, you know, a lot of stuff shouldn't frustrate you at all. You can get agitated, you know, because I can get agitated because somebody's doing what they said in the action plan, so we got to revisit. Like, to me, that's normal. But in terms of frustration, you know, I feel with life coaching, you can be a little more relatable to people. You know, it gives you that opportunity to actually share your story, know where people are coming from, be more on a little more of a level playing field with people. So it's life coach, you can be a little more relatable. That's what I like about it. So to me, that allows me to use the gift fully, and that leaves no room for frustration. You know, you get a little ticked and you can try to get in somebody's butt and ask, well, how come you're not doing this, that, or the other? But nah, really not a lot of frustration there. It's what I love to do. So going to the mill while I work, that's frustration because I don't want to be there. I'm there because of money, but I don't want to be there. You know, that's frustration. But life coaching, meet people where they at. I love doing that, man. Love it. No frustration involved.
You probably are, you know, like maybe some people feel like you're a big brother or something, you know, in that area. They have to get to that point. But when in a person's life do they realize I need a life coach?
You know what? It's funny because a lot of people I've talked to, they really don't believe they need a life coach until they have an issue or just a problem trying to complete a goal or a task. They say, well, like for instance, Jeff, I know I have this gift, but I'm like, is that really it? You know, how do I go about doing it? It's always something that they looking to get over or they just can't quite figure out on their own. You know, that's when they need that extra push. And then that's why I tell them that's why I come in. You know, sometimes I do have to convince people that like, hey, this is what you're trying to do and you need a life coach. But like I said, a lot of times people don't realize that that's what they need, you know, until I start telling them more so about what I do. It piques their interest. Right. And they 9 times out of 10, they always tell me, nah, I don't need that, man. But when we actually start having a conversation, oh, wow, okay, maybe I do need your services. Maybe you can help me with something. Now, it doesn't matter how many sessions we have. It could be a 4, 6, or 8 week, 2 months, however we go out looking at it. But at some point in time, from the time we had that conversation, they realize that they know they need it, you know.
Everybody, we're talking to Mr. Jeff Releford. This is a life coach. I mean, how many times do you get a chance to actually get some life coaching for free?
There you go, a little bit for free out here. Not everything, but just a little bit.
So you know, y'all gotta understand. He ain't gonna give us everything. Okay, he gonna give us a little bit. But see, I'm gonna present an option for him soon. But these Wednesdays, man. Yeah, Gina, you know what I'm getting at, right? Gina. everybody get some questions.
Absolutely. I know what you're getting at.
Jeff will hit about 15, 20 minutes. Everybody got some questions, and Jeff, rapid fire, get them off. Okay. Hey, let me ask you this though, Jeff. You do online life coaching now that this COVID thing is out here?
Yeah, I can do online as well. I can do Zoom, and I do a lot of FaceTime. A lot of people have iPhones. They do a lot of FaceTime stuff.
That's
That
real
too.
cool.
Yeah, either FaceTime or what's that, Google Duo. You know what I mean? I do that as well. A lot of people have Google Duo. I'm finding out, so I'm able to do those as well. And I take normal phone calls as well. I get it. You might not be all put together, sitting at the house and everything. You might not want to be seen. So I do a lot of phone calls too. So sometimes it makes it a little tough because I can't see facial expression. I got to go off tone and how you are. You do run into that issue, but if you ask the right questions, once again, you ask the right questions, you have a good chance of honing in on what people need.
Okay, and that brings me to this. What do you expect from the person that you're coaching, and what do you think they should expect from you?
One, I don't expect them to do anything that I'm telling them to do, and I'll tell you why. I don't expect them to do anything that I suggest or that they know they need to do because it's all new for them. It's all new. Everything is new. When people when people get in that self-discovery phase, it gets heavy because they're like, oh, snap, I really got to move. This is not going to be handed to me. If I want to see my life change, there's some steps I have to take. That I can't get no coddling from mommy and daddy no more. This is all on me, So the thing about that is, man, bro, I'm sorry, I forgot what you even asked me, man. I was getting to the point deeper. I'm sorry.
See, now my life is over. Coach, they let me down. No, I was asking, man, what would you think people would expect from you, and what do you expect from them?
Okay, that's what I'm
the first part.
Yeah, what do they expect from me? All they want is they want the results at the end, and the only reason why I can guarantee the results at the end is because, once again, it's all based on that person. I created something where I put it all on the person. And I, in a sense, become the accountability partner, So now I'm ensuring that you get it done. A lot of times, man, we need some fire under our butts to get some stuff done. You know what I mean? If nobody watching us, sometimes we won't move or the dream may die. I give people deadlines. That's a big thing. Give people deadlines. Give people some time frames. So that way, if I tell you we're going to have another session in 2 days, I could ask, well, hey, what happened? You so gung-ho in the beginning. 2 days went by. You told me you was going to have A, B, and C done. You don't even have 1 or 3 done. So what's going on?
So if they don't have that done, what do you think about clients that reschedule? Man, look, I'm not gonna be able to make it today. I can't do it right now. I'm in traffic. My name's Gina. No, I'm joking, Gina.
That's I usually deal with that when we hit that self-discovery phase.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I deal with. And until we get over that hump of people sitting up here talking about like, oh, well, I got this to do, it's usually gonna happen once or twice. Because
is that when they have finally come to say, well, hey, man, he know what's going on. He know me too well now. So yeah,
But you have to think about something. It's similar to if you have a personal trainer. If you're paying someone for that service, you're not gonna too often say, I can't make it.
I don't know that though, Gina. I mean,
I had a personal trainer for a year, so yeah, You're not gonna keep canceling. But also, I wanted to say that that's pretty much what we use as authors when we're writing a book. We have an accountability partner to make sure we reach those deadlines and make sure that we're on track to do what we are supposed to do. So, those life partners, even though people don't realize that's what they are, they're there, pushing you when you're writing, trying to get that book out. We have those accountability partners / life coaches.
In a sense, when you put it that way, Yes, that's true. But the difference between me and a friend or somebody who's just gonna be outside pushing you is that, see, I do this all the time. And you could pick up the phone and call me whenever, and I make myself available to you. Ain't no, hey, let's wait till I picked up the phone for somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning because they something was on their mind and they had something going on. You know,
Exactly.
now I could have been at work. You know what I mean? At my other job, I could have been asleep, but I keep my phone on and I make myself available because that's what I said I was going to do for my client. I said I would make myself available for my client, you know? So,
Sometimes that could
And
be,
that's really important. It's important to have someone there that's going to push you and make sure you reach those deadlines.
but is
And
that always?
sometimes you don't need for it to be a friend because they're going to get lackadaisical, and they know that you're going to go off and
yep.
snap off on them, and then you're going to be okay. But that life coach or slash accountability partner, when it's somebody that, like you said, that's not close to you, family member,
Yep.
you have a different aspect of it.
But at
Yep.
what
That's
point
correct.
does life coaching become intrusive? To, I mean, on your end as a life coach, does it get intrusive when people, like you said, call you at 3 o'clock in the morning? I mean, I know you love doing what you're doing, but okay,
Yeah.
hey man, 3 o'clock in the morning, my girl's here. Okay, maybe I want to get some sleep. I've been up
hmm
2 o'clock, and now it's 3 o'clock. You calling me? How does it get intrusive to you?
No, it doesn't get too intrusive. People 9 times, that was one of the rare instances where somebody had something going on, but I knew what they were struggling with. You know what I mean? I knew the type of limited beliefs that they had, or what was going on. So that one was a little different. You know what I mean? I was able to make myself available because, like I said, to that client, I said I would make myself available to you. You know what I mean? So everybody doesn't need that.
Right.
Everybody doesn't need that. So normally when we start going through the action plan or we discuss it in the beginning, once I find out your goals, and then once we get a little deeper and I figure out what's stopping you, I make that determination. It's a lot easier to kind of stick to our scheduled sessions unless it's a little bit more going on. Even work schedule, you know. I know somebody who works during the day, you know what I mean? And they only available at like 11 p.m. on. So I try to schedule my sessions when I'm on midnights myself, or I know I'm gonna be up during that night or whatever. I say, yeah, go ahead, give me a call at like 1 or 11:30 p.m. You know what I mean? I tell them to do that because that's when they're available. So, it's some things that play a factor into that too.
So how do you know when you actually totally help somebody, or when does someone know that they're, I'll say, okay?
You know what I've noticed? I've noticed that everybody can be okay. Anybody can be okay. You know, and And I like what is that? Bree Barnett said, every circumstance is different. And that's the thing with this. Every circumstance is different. Some people just might need me for a short amount of time. You know, it's the people that I really end up helping. They say, okay, Jeff, I can see us keep going with this. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead. Sometimes the sessions may diminish a month while I have going like maybe 2 or 3 sessions a month. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it might end up being one session a month, doing a check-in or a talk-in. You know what I mean? Stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, making sure they on track, So everybody is different. I believe that anybody can say that they're good, but at the end of the day, it's always good to make sure that somebody is like, hey, are you sticking to this? Are you doing that? Are you making sure you're following this to completion? Do
Right.
we got to sit down a little bit more and discuss it? What's going on? So it's good for everybody to have that. So, I feel that nobody's never really there, but because it's all a mindset, man. It's all a mindset, and it's completely up to people if they want to continue or not. I don't make that decision for them. They go ahead. They tell me based on what the results that they've had at the end if they wish to continue.
Okay. And you seem like you're a person that can really relax a person. You're very, uh, when you love what you do, it shows. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, do you refer to any? Do you use books as references at any time during your sessions?
Uh, you know what? I have three biblical scriptures that I go off of, and that's what I use because what I've come to realize. See, I'm a believer, and with me being a believer, a lot of that I use a lot of the basic principles. So, with the name of my business being redirect, regroup, refocus, for each R, that's why it's called the R3 method. For each R, I have a scripture based on that. So, with shifting the mindset, it's a scripture dealing with that. Self discovery, scripture dealing with self discovery. Call to action, scripture dealing with call to action. And I'm not getting deep. I'm not getting philosophical. I handed the thing over to a non-believer and I said, would you follow these steps if you didn't even read your Bible or wasn't even big on that? They said yes, because they are basic key principles that people need to use in order to get over the hump.
Okay. All right. So we're going through this thing right now, everybody, which I fell victim to that as well, looking at the television. I only did it one day. I didn't look at it at all today, Gina, at all. This trial. And it's starting to make people think different now. It's starting to make them think, I think, wrong, negatively, okay? We're subjected to the point of saying, well, okay, here we go again. We're going to have the same results. Why is this even happening? Why are they wasting time and this and that, all right? I'm quite sure some people are going to probably come to you and say, hey, man, look, I need some help because this ain't right. This ain't right. What would you tell them?
So you're saying if they keep going through the same results over and over,
Yeah.
the negative results, what would I tell them when they come to me and they seeking help?
Yeah.
I would say, look, man, I can assure that you will definitely see a change within yourself or you reaching that goal within a 4, 6, 8 week or a longer period of time, however long you need. I can guarantee that because I'm going to tell them that it's just not about what I tell you. It's about what you can discover within yourself. The problem is that people just don't have nobody. Really, they think, no, you can have support. You know what I mean? You can have support, but to really have somebody that believes in you,
I'm
that's
glad you
saying,
said
hey, you
that.
can do this. Like I might want to pick up the phone and call my best friend because I'm having a weak moment. She might not be available. But guess what? You could pick up the phone and you can say, hey, I got this going. I'm like, look, man, quit. You can do this. This is what you said you wanted to do. The only person stopping you is you. That's it.
That is.
That's it.
That's real. What you grinning at, Gina? That's real.
It is. That's motivation. And a lot of times we need that, especially, when you're going through the same routines over and over again and you just trudging through. Just trudging through. You just, you do need that push and that pep talk and that shoulder to lean on. It's real. It's real. You know what? And I even thought about that. I did watch a little bit of it. I didn't watch much of it yesterday, but I watched a little bit more of the George Floyd trial today. And listening to some of those people that witnessed what they witnessed, I thought about what's going through their head. What is going through their head and how are they handling what they saw a year ago? Because it's never going to leave. It's always going to be there. How do they cope with it? Who do they go to? It could be just, counseling. It could be, I need a life coach. That's what brought to my mind today as I watched those people talk about it, because those feelings are still there. Even if you watch the video, you went back to day one. You went back to how you felt on day one when you initially saw that video. Right. And so not just the bystanders that's dealing with what happened and the impact that it had, but all of us are, I think, we as a world are dealing with it. And even though we didn't know George Floyd, I think all of us had to talk to somebody about it. Get those thoughts, get those feelings out. But in all, they're still there. And you just have to know how to deal with it, who to go to, and what direction you need to go in order to heal from it. I don't even think the world has healed from that.
It's a lot that we have not
Yeah.
still healed from. Okay. But here's the thing. These people, they've had a year to kind of get it off of their heads. And now this trial comes up and it's right back in their head. They have to relive all of this all the time. But what's good about what Jeff does, all right, is this, and it's just my thought, and maybe people might not agree with it. And Jeff, you can talk on it after I say this.
Okay.
A lot of Black people like us, we're ashamed to say that we went to a psychiatrist. Okay, we don't want to. We don't want to know we went to a psychiatrist. All right, but if we have a life coach, that's completely different. That takes on a whole different connotation.
Exactly. And that's the big thing I try to always tell people. I always try to tell my brothers and sisters, like, hey, look, you got to remember, this is something totally different. Now, no, I'm not here to tell you crazy. That's what I'm not here to tell you that you're crazy. I'm only here to help you manifest some things.
I'm sure some of them walk away and you be like,
hey, it depends. I'd be lying if I told you what. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm not here to tell you crazy. So I'm here to help you get some manifestation in your life, some growth, some inward manifestation and some outward growth. So that way you can get your goals and different things in your life that you want to accomplish. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. And if I can go ahead and help one person, I literally mean, if I can help one person, if I didn't help nobody, if I just got a chance to do what I was doing, and if I had one person, I'd done more than my job. Because to see how some person can go ahead and live their dreams, because based off of what I helped them come to the conclusions about, because I helped them look within themselves to dig deep to pull it out. To me, that's what ministry is right there, man. I did my job,
Wow, that's powerful right there, bro. Because I'm Greg Gray. I done did TV for a long time. Okay, I ain't going to no damn psychiatrist ever. Okay, yeah. That's never gonna happen. But
you need to.
Huh?
You need to.
Why? Because I'm crazy. Is that why? Because I'm crazy. But I'll be the first. I'll stand in line. Hey, man, look, Greg, you need help. Yeah, man, I have a life coach, man. I'm good. I got a life coach. Instead of saying I got a psychiatrist. Oh, he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So yeah, man. Look, hey Jeff. I know we can only fit so much in an hour, man.
I hear you, brother.
But see what I was with, and Gina knows me very well. Okay. And the views that are expressed, I got to say this one more time, right, on DopelivenTV Live, are not necessarily views of DopelivenTV or these affiliates and blah blah blah. Let it run on. But I welcome you, man, to whenever you have time, man, and you let me know ahead of time.
Okay.
I will take a moment. I will even dedicate a whole show for questions.
Okay.
And you just go ahead on and say what you got to say in order to put that vibe that you're giving right now, because it's a great vibe. Don't you agree, Gina? It's a great vibe that you're giving off.
Man. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Just us learning what a life coach is, what some of the trials and tribulations that you go through, why you do what you do. Everybody can't do it. I can honestly say, we try to motivate people here and talk to people and try to encourage people, but we can't do what you do on the level that you do it. I'll put it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just love. I'm so glad that I finally got a chance to get to talk to you and to make sure that we got your message out. So if anybody wants to reach you, how can they reach you?
You can reach me on Facebook. Like I said, my name is Redirect, Regroup, Refocus. And the search engine, you can type in RRR Inc. 19. I also have a website called r3guide.com. You can go take a look at what we have to offer. And I also have it's the first life coaching nonprofit, which is called R3 Guide Services. R3 Guide Services.
R3 Guide Services?
R3 Guide Services. And that's r3guideservices.com. You can go there. That is where you can literally drop a donation. 5, 10, 15, however. and you can get a session from me. So if money is an issue for you, or you just want to pay what you believe the service is worth, you can go right there. I don't collect any of that money. I don't receive a profit from any of that. All of that money is going to get recycled back into the community by way of either a scholarship or just helping somebody pay a bill, something like that. I need to show the people that, you know what, with me having your back, we're trying to help you reach your goals. I want to make sure that other people can know that through with what I'm doing, I'm trying to offer you some hope, and there's some help out there. So it's just not all about me. I have my own business, but R3 Guys Services is more so for the people. And I'm also at 565 Massachusetts Street in Gary, Indiana. We've also partnered up with
okay.
Huh?
I said you're Midwest, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, right in the Midwest, and right in Gary, right in the heart of Gary, right there down where City Hall is. Okay. And DCS is literally right across the street. They tear down some stuff, doing some more construction. And we partnered up with the Family Life Community Center. I don't know if you all are familiar with it. Yep. With Juan Clemens, and his vision that he has for the center is to help people with coaching as well. And there are going to be some things coming down the line. We're going to be coming out with hitting the community in a big way. So stay tuned for that as well.
Definitely, man. We got, generally on our panel, when our panel is full, we got Las Vegas, Indianapolis, Michigan, and sometimes California jumps on here. We got Barbados.
I was going to say, don't forget Barbados.
Oh, wow.
Barbados. We got England. We got, and I always tell people, y'all looking at the little corner numbers, okay? That does not have anything to do with the reach that we have, man, okay? We love to do stuff like this because, especially with people whose services are needed, especially now, and in the future, especially needed. So I encourage everybody, man, tell your friends, go to r3guideservices.com, check out my man, Jeff Releford. Make sure that you reach out to him. You all see how he is right now. It's not like he, Billy Goat Gruff or nothing like that. Okay, he's ready to help.
Yeah,
look,
definitely.
Anytime, man, you drop me a note, say, "Hey, Greg, I want to come on."
Okay.
You need to say, "Greg, you got a spot on anything?" Just say, "Greg, I want to come on." I don't care if we're doing music. I don't care if we're doing Dope Living Live after dark. Okay, I'm gonna break it off, and I'm gonna let everybody needs that encouragement. You're not preaching to anybody. You're not telling everybody, "Hey, do what I say." Or you're not telling everybody, "Okay, well, do what you want to do." Okay, because you're wrong. You're telling
give me your money.
or give me your money.
Yep.
You're telling everybody, "Hey, man, live your life. Live your best life." I can give you a template, a pattern to live your life. Follow it. Cool. If you don't, that's not on me. All right. I'm trying to help. And all I can do is give you the benefit of my experience. I love that, man. I love that. Any final words for the people, man?
Hey, man, I just want to let the people know that once again, if you're stopping any of your goals or any of your dreams, anything, it's nobody else around you. It's not your circumstance. It's got everything to do with what you are going to do in this life. You can blame mommy, daddy, auntie, uncle, even your pet for so long. But until you take advantage of what life has to offer you and only you, then you'll be able to complete your goals.
And that was free, y'all.
That was free.
Well, I just want to say it's a good thing that you're doing. It's needed. I mean, times have changed. Things are changed. This is a day and age where support is needed. There's so much going on that just having something, a service like that, and giving back the way that you are, I think is a blessing.
Jeff, I really appreciate it.
You need to do 5 minutes a day, man, on some platform. Just 5 minutes a day, man, 10 minutes a day. Just get out here, spit, get off.
I hear you, man.
10 minutes a day. I'm telling you, man, let's make it happen, bro.
I hear you, man. I'm definitely trying to get better about that on my business page, man. I know I'd be hectic, but if I can't go live, I'm gonna start uploading some more videos and some content on my business page.
That's all you got to do.
Start doing that. Yeah.
Upload them, man. You need me to and tag me, tag Gina. We'll share it. All right.
Okay. Got you. Will do.
Hey man, let me introduce you to the scripture time, girls, man. Hold on real quick. Stay in your seat. Check this out.
Scripture time. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11 and 1. You know what that means? That means even if you can't see something happening, you trust the process and you trust God. Now that's faith. Yeah, girl, faith is an extra push that says, I don't think I can. I know I can. Give it to him, honey. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. Ooh. Advice. Take it twice.
That's what's up. I love that, man.
In 16 years, man, they're gonna be out there talking about my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Hey, I like what they're doing, but they better bring it down a little notch. Bring it down a notch. Okay? My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. No, stop, little girl. Stop. Okay, keep the message going, but calm down with some of that. I wonder who their mom is, man. I'm single. Where you at, moms? Hey, before we go though, man, this is what we always do here.
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week will be great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
Hey, man, look, you all R3guideservices.com. That's my man, Jeff Releford, man. Seek him out. Listen to him, Jeff. I want to know. Look, I'm going to start shooting a lot of people. When I was looking down, I was trying to share what we're doing to a lot of different groups, but I'm going to share it afterwards to a lot of groups that I'm subscribed to. Everybody, make sure you stay tuned to Dope Living TV Live. You never know who we're going to have on. Okay, Jeff going to be back. He definitely going to be back, y'all.
Definitely. I'll be back.
Tomorrow is Ruby Tech Day and his friends and Ruby Tech and them. All right. Music. Fridays, music. All we do is just try to help y'all. So send in those links. We want to play your music. And we don't, some of it, we don't really like all of that dialogue in there, but we play it and then we give you our criticism on it. It's constructive. We're not trying to hurt nobody. We're just trying to help get the people what they want. All right, Gina, you got anything to say?
Hey, just stay motivated. Keep pushing and reach your goals. I like him being a walking vision board.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go, a walking vision board. She just put all kind of plaster and words beside your forehead, dude. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, this is Dope Living TV Live. That's author Gina Gasson. I forgot what books you had. Oh my God. Alpha's Adventure.
There you go. You better get it right. We will be at Jay's Breakfast Club this Saturday. All of the local authors from Distinguished Authors Guild will be there. So anyone in the area, come out and meet the local authors, award-winning authors. They'll have their books. You get them autographed. Come out and support.
That's in Gary, correct?
That's in Gary, right. 35th and Broadway.
Y'all heard it, 35th and Broadway. Jay, what time is it?
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
10 a.m., 2 p.m. Y'all go check out the book people. Everybody that writes books, okay? That's all the Gina Gasson. Check out my man, Jeff Releford. I am Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live, man. We got to get out of here. But already did it already. So all I got to do is cue the music, Greg. Cue the music. Jeff, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, no problem, man.
Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, no problem, Dean.